In today's matchup, we have Saber Athena versus Crimson Typhoon. Saber Athena is a Mark 6 Jaeger standing at around 250 feet tall, and in Pacific Rim Uprising, she's the sleekest, most advanced mech in the fleet. Crimson Typhoon is a Mark 4 Jaeger who stands at also around 250 feet tall and is a 3-man rig. Saber Athena, like stated in the movie, is the fastest, sleekest, most advanced mech in the fleet. She duels the twin swords that can combine to the Mega Sword, and she also can endure hyper-acrobatic combat like you see this move against the Mega Kaiju. But Crimson Typhoon, similar to Bracer Phoenix, is a 3-man rig, except Crimson Typhoon is very unique in the aspect that she has 3 arms, and each of those arms have spinning blades that she uses to slice up Otachi. When talking about the marks of these Jaegers, clearly it does make a difference to be a different mark, because the higher mark, the more advanced the Jaeger is. But in my opinion, Crimson Typhoon in that movie was already stated as one of the most technologically advanced Jaegers already. So having one of the most technologically advanced Jaegers at Mark 4 going up against Saber Athena, which is a Mark 6, I feel is still an even matchup. As far as the feats go for Crimson Typhoon, piloted by the Wei Tang brothers, was able to successfully defend the port of Hong Kong 7 times, which means Crimson Typhoon took down 7 kaijus until its destruction against Otachi. It was able to kill 7 kaijus. Even though I don't have a stat for how many kaijus Saber Athena has killed, Saber Athena still has plenty of feats in Pacific Rim Uprising. The biggest one is being able to take out a major slice of the Mega Kaiju, take out one of the 3 central brains, which is a major accomplishment. Going through all that armor and able to take out one of the brains, Saber Athena was also able to fight off 2 Category 4 Kaijus at the same time, because if you remember this scene in Pacific Rim Uprising, Saber Athena is able to take a major hit from Strike Thorn. Strike Thorn shoots a bunch of thorns at Saber Athena, distracts Saber Athena, and then Saber Athena is able to defend against Haikuja again, and that is definitely a major feat and accomplishment. While I have to give feats to Crimson Typhoon just because Crimson has taken out so many kaijus, I have to give speed and agility to Saber Athena because you can't deny Saber Athena is way too quick, and just with a move like this alone is just absolutely insane. Saber Athena jumps off a building and kicks Strike Thorn back into a building like that. I mean, a move like that is just so much quicker than Crimson Typhoon, even though I do realize Crimson did have some good agility moves in Pacific Rim. I mean, being able to form the Thundercloud formation with the 3 spinning blades was a very good move. And even when he's in combat with Otachi, he's able to have his diaphragm switch back and switch around, which is a very quick move also. Speed and agility goes to Saber Athena, but Crimson Typhoon is not that far behind. And as far as toughness goes, I know Crimson Typhoon was destroyed fairly easily in that battle, but I feel the way that he died, I think Saber Athena would have went out the same way as well if Saber Athena would have been hit at the same spot. Because Otachi grabbed the head of Crimson Typhoon and crushed it. I do feel Saber Athena would die that way too if she was in that scenario. But if you think about what Saber Athena went through in Pacific Rim Uprising, the toughness of that Jaeger is insane, because when the Mega Kaiju absolutely swipes Saber Athena off her feet, she really only loses 1 leg in that process. That is a major hit. That's a Category 13 Kaiju swiping down at Saber Athena, and really only 1 leg breaks off. Because if you actually see that scene, only really 1 leg breaks off, which is very impressive because the Mega Kaiju is swiping at Saber Athena and gets stabbed in the back, and really Saber Athena is the Jaeger that I thought could have still been fine, because if you look at it, it's really not even damaged at all. I mean, yeah, the Mega Kaiju stabs into the back of it, but that Jaeger would be the quickest one to recover if they make another Pacific Rim. That Jaeger's almost already fully intact. And I think the last aspect of this fight that would have to go to Crimson Typhoon is experience, of course. The pilots are more experienced, the 3-man rig, and I think they do have experience, but I think the mark and the technology of Saber Athena, the pilots were good enough in Saber Athena to get the job done, and if they were good enough to do the feats that I was just talking about, and Crimson Typhoon was able to go out in the way that she did, I feel experience really isn't going to be that much of a factor, because clearly the pilots in Saber Athena were able to do just as good as Crimson Typhoon and those experienced pilots. But at the end of the day, if these two Jaegers were lined up and ready to fight, I do feel Saber Athena would win this fight because of the technological advances, because of the speed and agility. The experience factor, like I said, really wouldn't even play that much into the fight, just because Saber Athena did so well in combat in Pacific Rim Uprising that there's really not much better you can do. I know Crimson Typhoon has, like, the Thundercloud formation will be a very, very difficult thing to deal with, but I feel Saber Athena is just too fast and too technologically advanced. The twin swords, I feel, are better than the blades that Crimson Typhoon has, and I think Saber Athena is a lot tougher. So because of those reasons, I have to give Saber Athena the win in this fight. Like always, let me know down below who you think will win in this fight, and let me know other 1v1 Jaeger matchups that I should do next. Let me know down below, and thanks for watching.